Brah, 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 brah. It's short film time. Hey guys, what's up? It's a Culture Detective here, investigating your favorite albums, and today I'm going to do my first album review of 2023. Let's go. Right now, as I'm filming this, it's January 15th, but it's probably going to be the 20th or the 21st when you watch this, so, rip. I love YouTube. But yeah, today I'm going to be doing an album review on the new tricot album, Fudeki. It's funny because I actually plan to review this album at the end of December, like somewhere at around December 15th or 16th. This album is released very, very late into the year, around December 15th or 14th. So I was planning to review this as the last album review of the year. But of course, if you are caught up with what's going on with my life and stuff, you would probably know that December has been a very hectic month for me, and I barely had any time to eat food or sleep, let alone review movies and albums. So, yeah. So, unfortunately, I have to review this now. But, anyways, Trico, Japanese rock quartet, has returned with another album, Fudeki, which is very clearly a sequel to their last album from 2021, Joteki. And yeah, Jodeki is very funky and energetic. Easily my favorite album of theirs that I've heard so far. I know a lot of people praise THE. I haven't listened to that album enough, but so far Jodeki is amazing. It surprised me a lot in a lot of ways. There are a lot of bangers on the album. I really love it. And even before Jodeki, albums like Pure Black and Ten also show that Trico are an incredibly talented group of musicians. They can sing, they can rock out and jam, and they have a sense of humor. They have some really good music videos. But yeah, anyways, coming back to Trico with their new album Fudeki, which is instead of an actual living dog with some confetti on the album cover, this time we have a very colorful, glassy, icy album cover with a glass dog, which shows that Fudeki is like the darker, edgier counterpart of Jodeki. And in some ways, that's kind of true. The lyrical contents of this album is a little bit more, I guess, negative, and the songs are also less fun, in my opinion. The album opener is Mozoshi Hideki-chan, which is an intro track with blaring, screeching ocean of guitars, sparse spoken words by EQ layered on top of one another, lyrics that seems to be, or at least feels like lines from a movie or something. It's a bit ominous, it's a bit interesting. Also, it doesn't build up to the second track smoothly at all. Because the second track is actually really fun, and that's really different from the rough, jagged, weird opening. But yeah, the second track is hashtag Ajui. And right off the bat, we have a funky bass line, we have a really cute drum line, and we have the vocal harmonies in the chorus, which are catchy as hell. And the only thing that is keeping this song away from my favorite songs list for this album is the verses. They're so monotone, they're so stiff. It's literally and then we have the chorus, which is so fun and bright and charismatic, but then we hit the verses and it's sort of stiff. So that's kind of disappointing. I like the lyrics. Again, I translated the lyrics on DeepL, so what do I know? But from what I speculate, it's like going into summer holiday expecting to have a lot of fun, but turns out you have a lot of homework, so you're disappointed and sad the whole time. And I kind of like that, I guess. I also like the glitchy ba-da-dum moments in the track, which I think is really fun. The third track is OOOL with the tight, constant drums and the revving, chugging guitar riffs. And again, the instrumentals are really solid, but then it builds up to a very sterile and drab chorus that just doesn't really lead anywhere. The first track that I actually really like is the track Jodan Kente, which is like joke test. It is a spooky Halloween-esque song that's also cartoonish, kind of mid-paced, kind of catchy. I love the guitar breakdown in the middle. It's a very Radiohead-ish thing that happens, guitar breakdowns. And near the end of the track slows down and then picks itself back up again. So it's kind of a fun track. And that is followed with Crumb, which is a tame slow burn with a swinging groove, some echoey vocals, which makes the track feel like a recording of a live performance. But even so, I think instrumentally and melodically, this is just very forgettable. And that is followed up with an absolute frickin' barn burner. That is just in time for end roll, or endororu ni. I'm actually not even reading the romanzi. I'm trying to read the hiragana. Endororu ni maniyau yoni. So that's how it's said in Japanese. But yeah, it means just in time for the end roll or the end credits. And it's another theme song for a TV show, just like the track Inai. And as expected, this song also sounds very much like Inai, including the chorus. But this track I like even more. I like this track even more than Inai. I think it's really raw and icy and cold. The chorus is so full of energy. It's awesome. I really love the part where it's like itsumo 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 da na 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 na. The lyrics are mainly about love and lies, and that makes a lot of sense because the TV show they're writing the theme song for is called like Love and Lies or something like that. But or Liar. I think it's called Liar. But yeah, essentially there's that. Then that is followed with the track Android, which is one of those album deep cuts where a rock band just jams out on some nasty guitar riffs. For some reason on this track, EQ sounds like Maynard James Keenan from Tool. Maybe it's because of the muffled vocals, maybe it's because of the fiery chords, but yeah, this is definitely one of the most rough tracks on the album, which I really like. The track Kujira or Whale is another slow burn track with some nostalgic chords, some curious guitar riffs, mid-paced melodies. It's not bad, but it's also kind of conventional J-rock, nothing all that special or anything. And then we have the track Steno, which refers to Steno, which is a monster in Greek mythology, and it's a summery, smoky rock song with a very mediocre chorus. We have lyrics about not being able to stop someone from being destructive, or something like that, I guess. And then we have the track Aquarium, which is a pretty fun, feel-good rock jam that, again, has a very strong organic vibe to it. Feels like it came straight out of a movie. We have some nostalgic J-rock chords, some math rock drum fills, and EQ's vocals are clean and crisp. It's definitely one of the highlights of the album. And then we have the last two tracks on the album, which are just very confusing for me, in my opinion. First of all, we have the title track, Fudeki, which is a 7-minute long track that has noisy guitars, faint so-so vocals, and melodies that pace like a snail. It's like if Blink 182 decided to write a J-rock song, and it's just so mundane, and it's 7 minutes long for some reason. And then we have the album ending, Jodeki Fudeki Remix, which is weird. Why would you want to end the album off with Jodeki again? But this time, instead of the rough, organic, raw, fun Jodeki, I don't know why, but they have to make it so digital and poppy, and it just doesn't work. It doesn't work for the song, and it doesn't work for this album as well, because the album is just kind of raw and organic and rough, and then suddenly it just ends off with something very digital. So yeah, don't really know why that is, but it didn't really end off very strongly. So yeah, unfortunately, this new Trico album, Fudeki, might be the most disappointing I've heard from them thus far. Their last three albums are amazing, but this is just a very underwhelming follow-up to Jodeki. So yeah, I'm feeling light 6 on this album. So have you listened to this album? Comments below, let me know. Subscribe if you want more, and thanks for watching.